Hello programs! Karate Champ was released on the NES in 1986 by Data East, a solid team of developers that made some cool arcade games for the time like Burger Time, RoboCop, and Bad Dudes vs. Dragon Ninja. Their track record for the most part fared very well, even on the NES with the aforementioned titles getting good to decent ports, among others like Heavy Barrel, Side Pocket, Ring King, and so on. So why is Karate Champ on the NES so bad? And let me know in the comments section below, have you tried Karate Champ? What do you think of it? I'd love to know your thoughts. Karate Champ is a one-on-one fighting game with you in control of, well, the would-be Karate Champ working his way up the ranks. The arcade game used twin joysticks to pull off your moves. The port to the NES does not. Unlike modern fighting games where you deplete your opponent's energy to knock them out, Karate Champ is a point fighter, meaning depending what moves you land will give you points, either a half point or a full point. If you get 2 full points, you win the round. Win 2 rounds and you win the match, and then you move on. Simple. This is actually a breath of fresh air as matches can be finished very quickly or can go on long with a high degree of tension as you fight for that last half point. It's really cool, actually. Okay, so there's no getting around this. Going from dual joysticks of the arcade to a D-pad with buttons is quite the backstep. Pressing either A or B delivers a punch and kick, and pairing it with directions pulls off jump kicks, back kicks, roundhouses, and so on. But with so many different moves and combinations, it's hard to remember what is what. Check out this chart here. These are all the moves you can pull off during a match. Worse off, you can get turned around really easy in a fight. And if you don't know what your back attacks are, you're dead meat real quick. So above all else, you need to memorize the move list here to really have any fun with it. And to most gamers, that's a big ask right there. Also, another nail in the coffin is the downright bad hit detection. Ugh. When you attack, you should be able to confidently know that you'll land a hit. There is none of that here. It feels like striking your opponent is a stroke of luck, really. And that sucks. Let's be honest. Take the front sweep here. Clearly you can see my foot and a part of my leg touching the enemy's foot. I'm making contact, yet it just goes right through and doesn't count as a point. It's very frustrating when you depend more on luck than your own skill to win. It's so frustrating, and it's too bad. Graphically, if we look at the arcade version, the fighters look lean and mean. The sprites are sharp and interesting, even if they're just clones of each other. Now look at these NES sprites for a minute. These are some chunky monkeys here. They should be buff warriors, not buffet warriors, am I right? The judge too, he just looks off. He looks weird. He doesn't look like a sensei to me, more like the handler in the Bloodsport movie.
What's the difference if Bruce Springsteen is a Shidoshi?
I really like all the variety in the backgrounds though, which there are about 10 of them. But where's the training dojo and stadium areas from the arcade? We fight on mountains, burnt down forests, back alleys, train yards, so on and so forth. But not the 2 coolest stages, come on man. And how about some variety in the color of karate uniform for our opponent? I mean, there's lots of variety in real world martial arts like blue, black, gray, even darker greens. Come on man. Between fights, you get to fight in bonus rounds. You get to smash flying objects with your moves to win extra points, but this is pretty much impossible, at least for me to do. I'm just no good at it. They got rid of the other bonus rounds from the arcade version that looked way better and way more fun, like the brick busting and the bullfighting, so that's kind of a drag. Musically, there's basically nothing here during your fight. There is a good intro theme and round starting theme, but that's it. Very lackluster. However, the judge does blurt out some voice clips like begin and point, so that's kind of nice, but the lack of music really hurts this game. So there is one tiny saving grace to Karate Champ. If you stick with the game long enough and learn a few of the bread and butter moves and some of your back attacks, this game is actually quite addictive. The fact that matches go so quickly is kind of awesome and makes for a great game just to get a quick fix of like some action or some martial arts. Also, having a friend over to play against you is even better. I can imagine seeing like a Karate Champ tournament where you're kind of hosting and you got all your buddies playing this game. It can end real quick, and that just seems kind of a fun idea to me. So it's very addictive if you actually put some time into it. As it stands, Karate Champ is a messy letdown of a game. I still like it, but its janky control scheme and piss-poor hit detection really sinks it. So I'm giving it a fail sticker. Stay away from this one, guys. I can't recommend it.